Welcome everyone again to the another sessions with the BISP solutions. So this session is organized by the BISP solution, which is related to the TRCS, that is a tax reporting cloud service. So in today's session we are going to actually discuss about the supplemental data, how we use it, how we format it, and what is it, right? So first of all, I would like to thank BISP for conducting this webinar itself. So by the end of the session you will know that what do you mean by supplemental data, how supplemental data works, what is the format of supplemental data, and usage of it, right? So let's get started with it. So before actually working on the supplemental data, let me tell you that here the supplemental data is related to the non-financial data here, right? So that meaning that it is not related to the any financial data in our application itself. We can take example is like how many employees are there in our organization, right? That has no actually direct relation with our financial data here, right? Another example also salaries we can take. So if we have like salaries of 20 lakhs in our account in our application, right? So to the tax authorities we have to give that from where that 20 lakh is generated, right? So under which, what are the TDS, what are the benefits, and what are the different things that you are paying it out of it. So supplemental data holds all that actually things, that like number of employees that we have, what we have paid, what is the tax they are paying, what is the PPF, and the different bonuses, and actually the perks they are taking, or the allowance that we are giving them. Alright, so let's actually navigate to the supplemental data itself. So first we are going to go to our home page, then we are going to go to navigation. Under the application here you can see the supplemental data, right? So you go to supplemental data. Here you can see that all the dimension right here that are actually already here in the application itself. Here we have like accounts, configurations, consolidation, data source, identifier, intercompany, jurisdiction, movement, multi-cap, right? So all dimension in the application will be visible over here. You can add any new dimension to apart from there also, from here itself, like adding, then you can add a new dimension. Here you can tell the attributes and etc. If you need any other, like in TRCS we don't have product, but in FCCS we do have, so we can create a new dimension here with the product. Alright, so now the next one here is our collection interval. So here you can see that we have a collection interval that is already default. So default is already created by the application itself, right? So here you can see that these are there is the frequency dimensions, there is the workflow dimension, there are different dimension under it also. So this is a property of the preceded actually collection interval, that is default. So under this we have preceded years, period, and scenario. Alright, so here you can see that the frequency dimension here actually refers to the time interval, right? So here we have period, scenario, and years, and here under the work dimension we have entity, right? That means here the work dimension means the data, right, from where we are putting it. We can we can create or add new ones also in it, right? Here under this, just let me give you an example how. We will go to the creation itself. Here you can see that you can name any of the interval connection if you want, like XYZ. Under this you can see here that you have accounts, configurations, or consolidation, right? So these two are here. You can see that these are preceded ones, that years and the period under the frequency dimensions. And here you can select different types of dimension itself under the workflow dimension also. Here is accounts, configurations, consolidation, then different things. Here we have scenario, entity, right? Now I will go to a data collection period. Alright, so this is related to that from which period we are actually collecting the data for, right? For example, we have a period 2023, right? The collection interval you can choose it from. This is a sort of POV also that what we are searching for. So we have default interval, so we will select default. The scenario we can take is here actual we are working on, right? Now you can see that we have a period, like there is a opening for actually here you can see P12, right? But instead of P12 we actually need for our P1 itself right here. So here you can select the period itself, like for which period you are collecting the data. So how to actually enter that period and make it valid so that we can enter the data in it. So here we are going to navigate to the P1. Under the start date we are going to choose a date right here. So under this we are going to take 2023 and January, this will be 1st. Under the end date we are going to take here starting date means from which starting date we are taking the data, and end date means until which actually date we are taking the data. Close date means on which date the file has been closed, right? So here I'm gonna take January 31st. This will be 2023, right here. Okay, 31st. So here you can even take another date for close date or same as the end date, right? So I'm just gonna take here the end date as the close date itself. So January 31st itself. Alright, now I'm gonna save it here. Now I have saved it. Now actually here you can see the status, right? It's not open, close, not anything. It's actually this clock means that it's pending, right? So here you can navigate it to, you can select the P1 and here you can see that open the period itself so the work can be conducted on it. So as I have clicked on the P1 and selected the here open period, now it's actually active. We can actually put the data in it, right? Now the next part here will be of the collection itself. Under this, see here you can see that there are different collection, means these are all the topics on which we have already collected the data itself. For example, the R&D cost and the transactions, tax questionnaire and etc. So here we are going to create a new one of our own. So we are going to name it here, let's say that we have taken an example of salary itself under this, right? So we can actually create the salary itself. Salaries detail form, right? Now under this we can add a description. We can say detailed salary review. Alright, now here is it a sub collection or not? No, it's not a sub collection for us, right? Then here is the collection interval. So we didn't create any new collection interval, so we are going to go with the default itself. Then any associated collection, sub collection, and that means is there any collections under this itself which is associated to this? So we don't have any, right? Then we have a share data records among templates and forms, right? So here you can select yes and you can select no. So I'm gonna select yes right here. Now under the attributes, so here under the attributes you can see we have different things like key identifier, assigning the workflow, persist name, dimension name, attributes, data type and etc. So here we actually enter those attributes on which we actually need the data, right? For example, we are actually taking it for the salary section itself. So I'm going to start with here adding a new attribute. Let's say I want a new attribute, that is employer ID. Employer ID, right? I'm not going to give the description as the name itself is a description for it, so I'm going to leave the description empty. Then I want it to be the input itself. Here the data type will be means list, as it's the employer ID, right? Under this we are going to add, the employer ID here means that it will be in a text format. My bad. Text format means employer ID that it can be either 1 2 3 4 A, it can be even 2 3 4 B, so that will be in a numeric cum text format, right? So I'm gonna select it here, the data type will be text, then I'm gonna put OK. it again. I think I can go to the employee ID, calculated and text. Let me save it. Dataset column. Why I can't create one? Let me create a new one. We input employee ID. Description will be, let's say, ID of employees. Let me save it once. Attribute. Just now let me save it once. Let me cancel it and make a new one. Okay, under this I'm gonna say detail forms. Under description I'm gonna leave it default. I'm gonna save. Okay, so right now it's not creating any error itself, so I'm gonna go here, employee ID, and I'm gonna save it. Okay, so now it's working. Due to some error actually it was occurring, I can't even create it or save it. Okay, now I'm gonna go with the next one. That here I'm gonna take as the employee type, that meaning employee type, meaning that we are going to take the data type as list. Here we are going to take it, are they permanent, contractual or temporary? Permanent, temporary, or on a contractual basis. Contract, right? So here I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna create a new one. We can go with the allowance and perks. Allowance and perks, that we can take as a number. So here, as you see that as we have taken the data type as number, we have means new information unlocked. So what will be the decimal places? That means I will take 0, no decimal. Display as percentage, no, I don't want to be displayed. Okay, so I'm gonna add a new one. That will be the performance bonus. Let's take performance bonus. For this, our input, this will be our input, and again we are going to do it in number. We're going to go to a number here. Alright, so under the performance bonus, let's say that we need 2 decimals. We need 1000 separator. It can be in USD. The number means it will be same as the above one. Now we can take a new one. Let's say the employee name. Under this, we will going to take the data type as text, and we are going to save it. Next one here will be, we can take what else? Let's take employee designation also, what he is working on. designation. That will be also the text format, so I'm gonna save it. I can take the date of joining also. Date of joining here, that will be in date type will be date. Okay, I'm gonna select OK. Alright, so I'm done with all the actually attribute itself. Here I am gonna select one of the key identifiers. That means from a specific attribute from which I will define all of these, right? So I'm gonna go with the right. So here we are gonna if you need to describe what it is all about, you can keep you can actually type it in the description itself. Now here I will gonna take the collection interval, which will be default. I'm gonna save it once, and I'm gonna go to the instructions. If you want to give any instructions, for example, please employees, right? I'm gonna save it again. Then I'm gonna go to the section here. So under the section you can add the properties, right? Like what else, what do you need under this? So here you can see that properties means that what I need here. So properties like I can name it salary info. The collection here from which I'm gonna take, that is the salary detail form. The data records will be recorded in the rows. It will be a sub collection. Then I'm gonna go to the columns here. Right, under the columns I'm gonna select that what all things I needed in the columns, right? So here I think I need my ID, employee ID, my employee type, the employee designation here, right? I can take the allowance and perk also. I can take the date of joining, right, under this. Okay, so here you can see that the data type, all the data type can be shown here. Here's the dimension mentioned, that which dimension. Under total, if it is a numeric value, you can see here it is denoted with the sum itself, right? I'm gonna go to the total validation. See, as the data type for allowance and perk is number, it's validated on its own self, right? Now I'm gonna go to the group by. Under the group by, here the group by actually refers to that from means you want to group it by which specific category. So I'm gonna take here the group by the employee ID, right? And here it is said that if you are including it, what should you include according to it? You have grouped it by the employee ID. What else should go in front of it? Right now you can't understand it, but when the format will be created or the template will be created, you can get a deep understanding of it. So I will take allowance here, include it. Then here's the mapping. We actually don't do it here but itself, but let me explain that. Here's the employee ID, and you can map it that under which category you are going to put it, right? And we have our history, if it's we have modified anything itself right here. Okay, so now I'm gonna click OK right here. So here you can see that I have saved it. Now I'm gonna go on the workflow. Here you can see that the workflow, the first one is when to start. That means what is the frequency, that means the time interval. So here the time interval is the periodic. Here it is asking that from which date it's scheduled from. So from the start date. Date offset means here, for example, if you are ending it on a date that is 31st, right? So the next schedule is gonna start from the 1st Feb, but you want to start it instead of 1st, you want to start it on 3rd. So we can offset here 3 days itself, right? Then here we are gonna go on the workflow. Under the workflow operation, you have here prepare to approve. You have different thing also, then to post, but we just have to approve. Then level of approver means how many approvers you want. Either it's 2, it's 3, it's 4, it's 5, how much, right? Then the approvers view axis, that is workflow. Then we have our prepare, that means how many prepare we want. We can select 2 if we have 2, we can select 3 if we want 3, we can even have approvers right here. Right. Now I'm gonna add a workflow like this, the entity okay. So we are gonna take the entity LE101, which is actually the production entity under the North America, under the US itself, right? So here I'm gonna take the, let's say, I'm gonna take Amy Marlin as a preparer. Under the approver, I'm gonna take one of the approver. Let's take Alex. Here I'm gonna take the Alex Smith. Alright, so now we are done with the workflow here. Now I'm gonna go to the questions. If you do have any questions, or you that you want to be wanted it to be answered, then you can ask here. Like here I'm gonna add are all compliance met during the preparation. Right. I'm just gonna, here the data type is yes or no. Here the role will be I'm gonna select give it to that the preparer itself, that who is gonna prepare, and it's required means it's actually mandatory to answer it, right? I'm gonna select OK. Then we have here the access. Alright, under the access here you can see that if you want someone to be that the viewer means anybody else can view it but can't edit it itself. So if I want like someone to be, let's go with Casey Brown. Okay, we have here a Casey Brown, right? Right, now I'm gonna save it. History again is that what else we have actually modified. Okay, so here we have our salary details. So actually now we have actually created a form. Here we have actually gotten our dimensions and what all dimension we need here, right? Here we have the collection interval. We can create a new one also. It is a system generated that we are taking. Here's a data collection period for which actually month we need, that is the P1. Under the collections, I have created that for what actually purpose I want to collect the data, the supplemental data, that is salary detailed in form. Then I have set the template that I need salary details itself. Now I have to actually deploy it. I have made everything. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go and select a period. So under this, I'm gonna select default under the connection period. Here I'm gonna take year 2023 scenario actual. Here you can see I have P1 here. I'm gonna select the P1. Under this I have different actually templates, so I'm gonna run with the salary detail here. Now I'm gonna deploy it. See, created 1, deleted 0. And I'm gonna close it. So now if you want to actually view that what is the report and what is the status, you can always go to the task here. Under task you have supplemental data and analysis. Supplemental data task. Under this you can see we have here salary details. Let it load. So this is a template we have created, right? So in the summary we have actually taken the employee ID and the total allowance, means what all the total allowance we have given them and what all are the actually employee IDs with it, right? This is just a summary that one person can just get a glimpse with it. Under here we have detail means that if this is the employee ID, then what was the employee type, what are the allowances, what is the employee name, the designation of the employee, the date of joining, and etc. Right. Under here you can go and view the questions. Right. Here you can see Amy Marlin, and answer needed is 1. Right. Now I'm gonna go on home and gonna show you with the point of view of Amy Marlin that how the data has been feeded in it. So First of all, I'm gonna open a new one. Okay, so actually I will be opening it in another window. Okay, under this. Okay, I'm gonna take the as Amy Marlin, the password. Sign. Alright. Now I have signed in as a Amy Marlin. Right, now I'm gonna see here. That for FY15 I don't have any tasks, but if I go on FY13, right, and refresh it for the period P1, I'm gonna remove it. Here you can see that I have one open task. Right, under this we have a salary details which is open with the assignee, created on 5th Jan 2023. So I'm gonna navigate to it. Now as you can see that we have the same outlay of like I have seen in while I was making it, right? So now I have to actually edit the data under it, as Amy Marlin is in charge to input these all data. So here I'm gonna go on add a new book. Here you can see you can add 10, 20, 30. I can actually increase the number of the rows to be added. I'm just gonna add 5 right here. I'm gonna submit it once. Okay. Before starting it again, let me go. Okay. Now I have 5 here. So let's take the example that we have employee code 1 2 3 4. I am gonna get 2 3 4 5 3 4 5 6 4 5 6 7 5 6 7 8. Now here we if I go to the employee type, you can see that we have selected a data type as list and entered permanent, temporary and contract. So this person can be a permanent employee, this can be temporary, here it can be contractual, then again it can be a contractual, here it can be a permanent employee, right? Under here we have to enter that what are the allowance and perks we are given. So let's say that we are giving him 10,000. Here I'm paying 8,000. I'm paying 9,700. Here I'm paying 6,800, and here I'm paying it 11,000. Right, now let's actually put the employee names here. Let's take Alex, Amy, Casey, Sam and Jake. Now I have to put the employer designation. Let's take FCCS, TRCS, ARCS, PBCS and EPBCS. Right, these are the designation. I will explain it to you in a few seconds at the whole. Now let me actually, let's take it as 2020 October 1. I'm gonna take 2021 10, and I'm gonna take it as, rather than September March, here I can take it as 2015 11th. Here I can take it as 2022 November 11th. Let's go with September and 28. Alright, so here I have taken all the employees ID that were at that time there. It is the employee type, that was if they are permanent, temporary, contractual basis, what are the total allowance and perks that we are giving them, the name of the employees, the designation, that what are they are doing, and the date of joining. Right, so now I have entered all the 5. Here you can increase the roles itself. Now I'm gonna save it so it can show the summary right here. So here I'm gonna save it. Here you can see that you can view the summary, that the total here is 45,000, and according to the employee ID you can see here that 1 2 3 4 is earning 10,000, and 3 2 3 4 5 here it's earning 8,000. You can see with the employee ID. If you wanted to go in detail, here you can go it in detail. Right, then I'm gonna, you see here, when you will submit it, all the mandatory questions must be answered. Right, so here the mandatory questions are the question that I have generated. Okay, so are all the compliance met during the preparation? I have selected yes. I'm gonna submit it now. Now the data has been updated. I will close it. Now as I have submitted it, you can see that I don't have any open task. Right, if you have just saved it, you will still have the option to edit it. Right, now I will just log out Amy Marlin and log in as Alex Smith. Alex Smith. Now I'm gonna sign in. Now according to the Alex POV, we are going to go to our application. Here is the supplemental data. Either you can navigate through here, or we are going to navigate it to tasks. I'm going to select my POV, that will be 2023. The period here will be P1. Here are the salary details, you can see. I'm gonna click on it. So here is all the information that has been inputted by Amy Marlin and has been submitted to us, right? So now my task is to actually approve it. Either I can reject it from here, and either I can approve it. So if the data is incorrect, I will reject it. If the data is incorrect, then I'm gonna approve it. So I will approve it from here. Now it's approved. As it's approved, now actually it has been closed right here. Alright, so now I will close it from here, and under here I'm gonna just refresh it once. In the supplement, I'm gonna go to my task. Under the supplemental data task, under here you can see the status has been closed. I'm just gonna click on it. See, here's the templates that I have created. Under this, all the data has been input by the Amy Marlin, and it has been approved by Alex Smith. Right, so here is how actually the supplemental data works. As you can see here, you can see the questions. Yes, Amy Marlin has said that yes, all the compliance has been met. The workflow here, you can even see the workflow. See here, the prepare has submitted it, that the Amy Marlin, and approver has also approved it. Alright, so in this session we have actually studied about how we actually how can we actually just a minute. Alright, under the first view, let me navigate. Okay, so how can we actually access the supplemental data? Right, next thing is, what is supplemental data, what is the different dimensions under it, the collection intervals, what are the data collection periods, how to make a collection, and how to if you have made the collection, then the template for it, making of template, then selecting the approver, and actually the person who's going to work on it, right? And how it actually from their perspective, how you actually fill it up and how you approve it. So this was all for today's session. If you do have any questions or any query, you can actually comment me in the comment section. I will answer it in the next session itself. Thank you for joining me with the today's session organized with the BISP on the topic supplemental data.